Yo guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video. So, we have a pretty big news, I would say, today to talk about, which is regarding Nakatsu or Koei Ikeda, one of, like the main game director of Tekken 8, that apparently, and this is again official, has left. He has left Bandai Namco Studios forever. So, you know, like this, I think was something that really, guys, I didn't expect it. I gotta be fair, I didn't expect it at all. Like, I thought he was still working a lot with Michael Murray, with, you know, all of the other, basically, directors to try and, you know, make the Tekken 8 the best it could be. And you know, guys, I used to criticize a lot Ikeda during these years, basically, for the direction that he brought to Tekken 8. And him leaving now has a lot of different meanings, could have a lot of different meanings, for example. And really, I don't know what to think right now. Let's try to read his words first. Ever since I first discovered fighting games as a student, I spent countless days in arcades, completely immersed in competition and battling against others. For someone like me, becoming part of the company I always admired, Namco, was truly a dream come true. Looking back now, I realized that the opportunity that led me there was made possible by the many friendships and connections I built through fighting games and the people I met along the way. As I reflect on the past 20 years at the company, I remember first stepping into game development through Soul Calibur 4. Later, I was given the opportunity to work on a Tekken series, a franchise that had a tremendous impact on my life and one that I always hoped to someday give back to. Being surrounded by passionate and incredibly talented mentors and colleagues and dedicating ourselves wholeheartedly to game development together remains one of the most cherished experiences of my life. In particular, being entrusted with the role of game director for Tekken 7 and 8 gave me the opportunity to connect with fans and members of the fighting game community from all around the world, sharing excitement, celebrating together and spending difficult, unforgettable moments with all of you became one of the greatest treasures of my life. There were many joyful moments and many difficult ones as well. There were times where we celebrated together and times where I received passion, criticism, and encouragement. Yet every one of those moments helped me push myself and the Tekken project forward. A lot of criticism, of course, for all the stuff that happened, you know, with Tekken 8. And honestly, of course, there is a lot of people to blame for this, and he's part of the problem, I would say. You know, thanks to him, basically in the direction he wanted to bring the game with Tekken Heat, with all of this aggressiveness and so on. Basically, we reached the point in which Tekken has become something that most people, me included, don't recognize anymore compared to what it was before. And most people, me included, thought and you know, like attributed basically most of the problems with Tekken 8 to this guy and Michael Murray, because you know, Ikeda was the main game director. Ikeda was the main one of the main ones that was, you know, in charge of balancing the characters, and he was one of the most important people that also led the game design with it and so on. So of course, a lot of us people were really criticizing him and the way the game was going, because it was against everything that we tried to fight for and we tried to experience for the Tekken saga. So it's let's continue reading. Whether it was hearing someone at the event say thank you for working so hard for us, or being told you need to balance the game better, every one of those comments supporting and motivated me. For that, I am truly grateful. And to the development team members who fought alongside me for so many years, I can never thank you enough. There is no doubt that everything was achieved was possible because of this team. I'm deeply proud that I had the opportunity to create games alongside such incredible people who poured their hearts into this work. While my role leading with the team as the game director is coming to a close, so he's not a game director anymore for Tekken. The values that both I personally and the Tekken project have always cherished, staying close to the fans and the community that building the game together with everyone, will never change. I have entrusted those values and that button to the incredible team that will continue shaping the future of Tekken. So I wonder who's next as a game developer. There needs to be someone next to be the lead of the game developer, of the game development. I don't think like the game will be left alone. Probably there's still a team that works on this game, I hope. And honestly, with Arada that has left, and with also now Ikeda that has left, who is left? at Bandai Namco. Who is left to design this game? Murray, because that's really him. We're kind of cooked, probably. We're kind of cooked. So we'll see. Of course, we'll see. As I look forward to the future of Tekken and the fighting game community, I will also continue taking on new challenges as a game developer. I hope our paths cross again someday. Get ready for the next battle. To everyone who has supported me throughout this journey, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So yeah, this is the official statement that Ikeda has left us with today. Again, guys, honestly, I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to say. The only thing I hope is that maybe the one who comes next and the team that comes next after this, after Nakatsu leaving, will finally try to look and will finally try to listen to their community better than Ikeda has ever done. Because honestly, I'm sorry, but Ikeda was not a good game director. I'm sorry to say. But he brought a mechanic into the game that nobody liked, almost nobody likes. He constantly brought the game into worse and worse balancing with Season 1 and 2. And finally, with Season 3, things started to change a little bit. And maybe I think that now I'm speculating, but from what I can understand, maybe probably these last patches are done without him, or maybe, I don't know, like with not his complete supervision, maybe, like since he already wanted to retire, maybe, I don't know, or like maybe Bandai himself has told him, you know, bro, this is not it, and now that the fans are liking the game more, probably it's time for you to step up. I don't know, I'm just speculating here, of course. Probably what I can think is that Ikeda probably understood that people are not in line with the way he sees the game, with the way he wanted to balance the game, and maybe he thought, okay, you know what, since this happened, maybe it's time that I step down and I give this work to someone else, maybe. But again, I'm just speculating, of course. We don't know why he left. We don't know anything, basically. Some people are also speculating maybe he might join Arada in VS Studio now that Arada is left, because also, but if you think about it, also Arada is left, you know, and again, we thought that maybe Arada left because, you know, he needed to do something else, he needed to retire, he needed to, you know, he needed to step down, he needed to calm down, but apparently it's not the case, because he's ready, he's back at work at something else. So probably, I don't know, maybe both him and Ikeda are tired of Bandai Namco, maybe they are disappointed with how Bandai Namco dealt with some things. Maybe it's a problem with the agency or something. Like, of course, we don't know at full extent. We can only make speculations. So, some people now fear that after Nakatsu, the game will die. After Nakatsu, there is no Season 4, and after Nakatsu, there is no future for Tekken 8. But honestly, I don't think that's the case. Tekken is still a very well-selling game. Tekken is a huge selling saga since a long time. A lot of people know the game. A lot of people cherish for the game. There are still tournaments around. They are still very active. So, and also now with Season 3 with Yushiro, there's gonna be so many new people coming to the game. So I really don't think like it's time to say goodbye to Tekken after this. And it's just one or two people leaving. Of course, they're very important people, don't get me wrong, both Arada and Ikeda, but it's too early to say the game is dead or the game is dying. And this time I'm not dooming. I don't want to doom this time. To furthermore say, I think this could be a good occasion for Tekken, because maybe it is time that someone new comes in and says, you know what, Ikeda did a job that most people didn't like. It's time to completely shut down this kind of behavior, and let's try to do something different, something new, something that will change stuff, you know. So, and the last patches show this intent by the Tekken team. The last patches were good. The last patches finally toned down heat stuff. They toned down aggression. They toned down all the stuff that we criticized for 2 years. But of course, they're gonna continue on this path. They're gonna continue nerfing. They're gonna continue nerfing broken tools. They're gonna continue nerfing broken shit in the game. But the thing is that they're finally trying to listen a little bit more to their community, instead of being completely, blind and deaf to tone deaf to what the community is asking for since a long time. So yeah, guys, I'm not. It's not like I'm celebrating, because of course that would be so stupid to celebrate someone losing their job or like willingly saying goodbye to his own job. That would be kind of stupid for me. But I also gotta say that, you know, I'm curious. I'm very curious. Worried a little bit. To be fair, I'm a little bit worried about the future of the game. I'm worried about what's gonna happen next, but also kind of curious of seeing maybe what the Tekken team is gonna cook next without Ikeda. Maybe let's see who's the next one that takes the lead. Like, everything now, it's basically to judge and to see together. So hopefully we get into a new battle together, guys. It's a particular day, not gonna lie, for Tekken fans all. And honestly, hope for the best for Ikeda. Apart from everything, he's still a human being, and he still deserves a lot of respect. He will get criticized until death for what he did to Tekken, probably, and how controversial his Heat vision was to Tekken. But hopefully now this game will get into a better direction. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about this, and see you guys very soon again. Take care. Love you. Bye.